Good morning, I'm Paolo del Rosario and welcome to Weather HQ. Today's headlines. Pag-asa says the northeast monsoon and shearline continue to affect parts of the country and bring rains in Luzon. If the weather is clear tonight, you might be able to catch a glimpse of the Quadrantids, one of the major annual meteor showers. And in Canada, snow blankets Greater Toronto as winter takes hold. Taking a look at the local weather, two dominant weather systems will continue to affect our country today. The first is a northeast monsoon affecting the extreme northern Luzon. Second is a shear line affecting the rest of northern Luzon and the eastern sections of central Luzon. Now, due to the northeast monsoon, cloudy skies with rains are expected to prevail over the Batanes area, so local residents and travelers in Batanes should be prepared for fluctuating weather conditions with the likelihood of rain showers and windy conditions. Now, the shear line, on the other hand, will also bring cloudy skies and scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms over in Cagayan, Isabela, Apayao, Kalinga, Mountain Province, Ifugao, and Aurora. Now, moderate to heavy rains are expected in these areas and may cause possible flash floods and landslides, so it is important to be cautious, especially if you live in flood-prone or landslide-prone areas. Now, this weather system will also bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies, with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms over the Ilocos region. Now, the rest of the Cordillera Administrative Region and the Cagayan Valley will also experience the same weather conditions. Now, rainy weather is also expected over in Palawan, but the rains are caused by the winds coming from the Pacific Ocean or the easterlies. Now, let's take a look at the weather conditions and expected temperatures in selected cities and provinces in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao based on the measures in particular. While Basco will be slightly warmer than Baguio, but still really cool weather here, 20 to 24 degrees Celsius over in Batanes. Now, in Epari and Tuguegarao, temperatures will still vary from around 23 to 27 degrees Celsius, as you can see here, the lowest being 22 degrees over in Tuguegarao. Now, in the Ilocos region, Lawag and Vigan in particular, the weather conditions cause a drop of temperature in the area. Vigan's temperature ranges from around 23 to 27 degrees Celsius, while Lawag be at around 22 to 29 degrees Celsius. Now, residents in Dagupan will still continue to experience a bit of the warmer weather conditions despite the weather. Temperatures here will rise up to 30 degrees Celsius, so do watch out for that. Going a bit south, let's go to Central Luzon. The shear line will also bring rainy weather to the areas of Casiguran, Gapan, Tarlac, Angeles, Metro Manila, Mariveles, Subic, and Iba. Now, again, these moderate to at times heavy rains may cause flooding and landslides, so do be ready for all of that. Despite the rainy weather, Subic Bay in particular will still have highs of 31 degrees Celsius with a low of 24 degrees, while temperatures in Metro Manila, Iba, and Tarlac could soar up to around 30 degrees Celsius, Metro Manila in particular being a victim of that. Now, 29 degrees Celsius is the highest possible expected temperature happening in Casiguran, Gapan, Angeles, and Mariveles. Now, let's go a bit south once more, this time to southern Luzon. Good news for the residents in Verac. After a week of rain showers, good weather conditions are expected to prevail today. Now, of course, we have to look around in general. Even though it is going to be a bit rainy here, we do expect a bit of sunshine. 23 to 31 degrees Celsius will be the weather here. However, the rest of the region will continue to experience cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and occasional thunderstorms as well, particularly in Tagaytay and Calamba. Also, same conditions happening in Legazpi, Daet, Sorsogon, Romblon, and in Coron. Now, lowest temperatures will be still in Tagaytay, 20 degrees Celsius being the temperatures over here, as well as a high of 24 degrees Celsius. However, in Puerto Galera, as we go down here, temperatures will rise to around 27 degrees Celsius, while Calamba will have 28 degrees Celsius, which will be similar happening in Romblon as well. Temperatures will be relatively warm in Coron, Legazpi, and Daet. The highest temperature between these areas will be around 30 to 32 degrees, particularly over here in Coron. Now, let's go to the Visayas region. First Friday of 2025 will give the residents in Tacloban good weather with partly cloudy skies with temperatures ranging from around 25 to 29 degrees Celsius, 25 to 28 degrees Celsius rather. Now, residents in Catarman, Metro Cebu, Tagbilaran, Dumaguete, Bacolod, Iloilo, and Boracay will continue to experience cloudy weather that will blanket the entirety of the region. Rain showers are also expected in these areas, so please make sure that you are prepared for any rain by having your rain gear ready. Temperatures will rise up to 27 degrees Celsius over in Boracay, while Bacolod will have 24 degrees to 29 degrees Celsius. However, in Iloilo, a bit higher than that, 23 to 30. Dumaguete will also have warmer conditions with 30 degrees Celsius as well. 31 being the highest possible temperatures, however, in Catarman, Tagbilaran, and in Cebu. Now let's go on over to Mindanao, where you can expect rainy days over in Zamboanga, Dipolog, and Butuan, as these areas will have partly cloudy skies as we bring out all the temperatures here happening in Mindanao. Let's go on first to Zamboanga and Dipolog. Zamboanga and Dipolog, 33 degrees Celsius will be the high in the area, typically the hottest areas of Mindanao. However, in Butuan, you're going to see temperatures from 24 to 32 degrees Celsius, so not quite better. However, let's go to Cagayan de Oro, Marawi, Metro Davao, General Santos. A bit cooler here in these areas with the save for Davao, which is going to be as high as 33 degrees Celsius. 33 degrees Celsius there in Metro Davao, while in General Santos, temperature will range from around 23 to 32 degrees Celsius. Now, Cagayan de Oro will have slightly milder high of 29 degrees Celsius, and Marawi, on the other hand, as one of the coolest places in the country, 20 to 25 degrees Celsius over here. Now let's take a look at the Metro Manila 3-day weather forecast, as cloudy skies and rain showers are expected for the next 3 days. Now, since rain showers are expected, it's advisable to bring an umbrella, wear water-resistant footwear, and plan your travel accordingly in case of traffic or flooding in some areas. Expected temperature this weekend should range around 23 to 29 degrees Celsius, and on Monday, a maximum temperature could reach around 30 degrees Celsius, as the weather is set to improve over on Monday after a relatively wet Saturday, a cloudy Sunday, and the sun should peek out over on Monday. Now let's go on over to Metro Cebu, where you're going to experience some fluctuations over the weather in the next few days. Now, rain showers are expected tomorrow, but on Sunday, cloudy skies and low chances of rain are forecasted. However, rains are forecasted to come back over on Monday as well. So if you're in Metro Cebu, make sure that since it's going to be a mixed weather experience there, keep an eye on the skies and be prepared for any sudden changes. Having rain gear handy would help. Umbrella, raincoat perhaps are advised, especially if you have outdoor plans. Now, temperature in Metro Cebu will range from around 26 to 30 degrees Celsius all throughout the week, despite the changes of weather. Now, for the next 3 days in Metro Davao, cloudy skies and rain showers will likely persist with intermittent periods of rain. While the intensity might fluctuate, it's a good idea to stay prepared for wet weather, especially if you are outdoors for extended periods. Now, tomorrow, temperatures will be around 22 to 33 degrees Celsius despite the rain, while on Sunday, temperatures should rise up to 33 degrees Celsius with a low 21. However, on Monday, a bit hotter in general. Even the floor is high, 25 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius, despite the rainy weather happening on Monday. Now, when we return, we'll speak with Pag-asa about the cold weather due to the northeast monsoon or amihan. Stay tuned. This is Weather HQ.
Get to the latest stories.
The UP Fighting Maroons stormed back to seize the UAP men's basketball title.
The updates.
The best Philippine team that we have sent on an international stage.
The scores and what to celebrate in the world of sports. Hosted by Anton Rojas.
On the scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport.
Only here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Magandang gabi, ako po si Pinky Webb.
At ako naman si Corina Sanchez Rojas.
Ngayong 2025, kombinasyong Corina Sanchez Rojas at Pinky Webb. Dalawang mababahayag na subok sa tapang at talino.
Simulcast tayo sa DWAR Abante Radyo at 94.7 Mellow BFM.
Mapapanood din tayo sa Abante Teletabloid sa Sky Cable. Sa bawat issue may anggulo at ang balita may agenda.
The questions.
Why sounds very serious, but
Seryoso,
watch
no?
it.
Di ba parang, crime, may away pamilya, etc.
The issues.
Who are supposed to be on the faces of our bank, of our money?
Bangko Sentral, no? There is a numismatic committee who meets and decides.
We clarify matters.
The 1,000 peso bill was changed from the three heroes of World War II to the Philippine Eagle.
Pinky Webb is always on point.
Welcome back. You're still watching Weather HQ. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Now, to know more about the weather patterns expected in the Philippines this month, we have with us on the line Pag-asa Weather Specialist Veronica Torres. Magandang umaga, Veronica. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning din po, Sir Paulo, pati na rin sa ating mga taga-subaybay.
All right, Veronica, unang-una, are there any unusual or extreme weather phenomena that we can expect this January?
For January, ina-expect nga natin 0 or 1 yung bagyong papasok or mabubuo sa loob ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility. Sa kasalukuyan, normal pa rin naman po ito. At ngayong January, although 0 or 1 yung bagyong pwede mabuo or pumasok sa ating PAR, wala pa naman tayong namomonitor, LPA man or bagyo sa loob or malapit sa ating Philippine Area of Responsibility.
Veronica, normally we hear a lot about yung amihan, even the shearline. What can our viewers expect from the amihan and the shearline in particular? Kasi we have been referring to that quite some time.
Apo, so currently, amihan ang nakakaapekto sa extreme northern Luzon at shearline sa eastern section ng central at nalalabing bahagi ng northern Luzon. So, itong shearline, na-expect natin na magdadala ng cloudy skies with scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms sa Cagayan, Isabela, Apayao, Kalinga, Mountain Province, Ifugao, and Aurora. Meanwhile, northeast monsoon will bring cloudy skies with rains naman sa Batanes po.
Nakikita natin na medyo yung northern part of the Philippines medyo malamig in terms of the temperatures. Is that because of yung amihan? And of course, will there be even cooler temperatures as January goes on?
Po, tama po kayo, malamig sa bandang norte dahil sa amihan. And also, posible pang bumaba yung temperatura dahil usually yung minimum temperature na re-record either during January or first part ng February.
Well, aside from the two weather systems that we did mention, are there any other weather systems that will affect our country this month? Actually, nakita natin dito yung ITCZ is happening as well in the south. Can we expect more of that as the month goes on?
Opo. So, for the past few days, ITCZ yung nakaka-apekto bandang south. Although, for today, hindi na natin naramdam yung epekto ng ITCZ. However, easterlies naman nagdadala ng cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms over Palawan naman.
Of course, you mentioned only 0 to 1 tropical cyclones expected this month. But after what we experienced last year, are we expecting more tropical cyclones in the first half of the year?
For the first half of the year, ang inaasahan natin, January to April, 0 or 1 yung pwedeng mabuo or pumasok sa ating PAR na bagyo. Although, pagdating ng May and June, possible 1 or 2 yung bagyong pwedeng pumasok or mabuo sa ating PAR.
Are these yung average po natin or is this less or more than what we expected?
So, ito naman po is yung usual po na number per month po. Although, we will still continue monitoring dahil possible pa rin naman po ito magbago.
Thank you so much as Pag-asa Weather Specialist Veronica Torres. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, the Quadrantid meteor shower I got a bit excited there because the Quadrantid meteor shower is one of the major annual meteor showers, typically peaking around January 3 and 4. Now, while the Quadrantids are known for producing a relatively high number of meteors, they are often more challenging to observe in the Philippines due to the potential for cloudy skies or the rainy season, especially during the northeast monsoon or amihan. However, if the weather is clear on the night of January 3, 2025, which is tonight, you might be able to catch a glimpse of the Quadrantids. Now, the Quadrantids can produce up to 50 to 120 meteors per hour at their peak. Well, see if you can see that tonight. Coming up is global weather. Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Good morning, I'm Mikey Oreta and you're watching Basis Points, where we dive deep into the numbers and the stories that drive our economy and shape our world.
Stay ahead of the curve with the latest on financial dynamics.
The Philippines trade deficit hits its highest level in over 2 years. The Philippine stock market continues to plummet. The Philippine Economic Zone Authority is on track.
Join us as we delve into the evolving economic landscape. Mikey Oreta, Basis Points, 9:30 a.m. only on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The latest news, national issues,
with regard to was very vocal about charter change.
the political scene, the trust and approval ratings of President Bongbong Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte decline, and conversations with prominent personalities.
Brings back wonderful memories of past Christmases when I was a little boy in Iloilo.
Be timely informed, be insightful of the news. All these firsthand at the forefront.
Welcome back. This is Weather HQ. Let's take a look at global weather. In Cheshire, northern England, part of a canal bank in Cheshire had collapsed after heavy flooding hit northern England on New Year's Day. The Bridgewater Canal's embankment fell through after heavy rain lashed areas of the UK overnight on New Year's Eve, causing Greater Manchester Police to declare a major incident on Wednesday, January 1. According to local news agencies, people were trapped in a block of flats without running water as the heavy rain caused flooding and travel chaos across the northwest. Lake effect snow hit Utica, New York on Thursday, January 2. Footage shows snow blanketing a backyard and streets in Utica. Weather officials warn travel could be difficult to impossible and could hammer the region through Sunday. Now, stunning time-lapse of the northern lights over South Indian Lake, Manitoba, was captured on Thursday, January 2. A Manitoba-based photographer captured a video of the vibrant phenomenon shortly after midnight on Thursday. Officials said the aurora could be visible over Canada and Alaska. Speaking of Canada, snow blankets Greater Toronto as winter weather takes hold. Residents of Brampton, Ontario, parts of the Greater Toronto area woke up to snow on January 2 as Environment Canada issued winter weather advisories and snow squall warnings. Footage from Inaaya, Batya shows small children excitedly greeting the snow on Thursday morning. According to Environment Canada, snowfall accumulations could reach up to 4 inches in some areas around Toronto. Speaking of snow, in Kabul, Afghanistan, families are seen enjoying the first snow of the season. Residents enjoyed the beauty of nature with their families and came to celebrate their happiness together with their compatriots. The weather forecast predicts snowfall until January 4. And that's Weather HQ for today. See you again tomorrow. On Monday. Next po ako dun. Whatever the weather here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Have a great weekend.